Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna do the guide about the sprites because lots of people, when they start playing or playing for some time, they're asking me what sprite is the best, which one they need to take or which one they need to focus on. I will try to do my best and explain about everyone, but I don't have everyone, one is missing, but I will say about the most of them and most popular, and I will try to tell how you can use with what team and some tips as well. So basically, for the starters, of people who just start playing the hyper heroes, they need to know what team they're gonna have. Are they gonna have Meg or warriors or tanks in their team? So, and because of that, it depends what sprite they need to choose. But for the starters, we got 3 different sprites. You can get them souls from doing dailies. Can't remember what it is. From dailies, and they are right in the end. So when you're gonna do dailies, you will get them eggs from here. Here you go, one, and you can get some sprite from here. So them eggs, you need to do some purchases in game. At least you need to buy 1200 diamonds to get them, and another eggs for S sprites you can get from the, what is that, from Ice Arena shop. It's very hard to get them coins, but if you're saving a lot, you can get all them eggs. Basically, this one is for red sprites, this one is for green sprites, and that one for blue sprites. So when you get some eggs already, and you know that you're gonna have some tank in your team, so even if you got one tank in your team, you will need that sprite. This is the very great sprite. It gives the, when it use the finish skill, it gives armor and resistance for 2 turns, which is good, and also he makes great damage. So for the starters is the best sprite what I know. And sometimes when I used to play a long time ago, I was scared of that sprite because he was destroying my team on his own. An enemy had 2 tanks and I had warrior teams, so his sprite was gaining rage so quick, so every single turn he was doing the finish skill and he was dealing massive damage. So that sprite is very good if you know that against you is the team with the warriors. So also same thing is with that sprite, because this one is give for 2 turns armor as well, and that one is give armor for 3 turns, and which is very good. And but you need to have tanks in a team definitely. For that one is the strongest sprite in game, he got most of the rage than anybody else, or maybe because I don't have them 2 sprites in here. So another one, good one, is that sprite. he is actually you need to have, I think, Rogue. Yeah, Rogue. Basically, if you got the Biosanta, he quite useful, and also he is useful against the teams where there is a Thunderon and what's his name, Dire Master, because he slows down for 60% for 2 turns, so Dire Master won't be able to do that massive damage like he does, because he's gonna move less on the map than usual. Right, he actually deals normal damage for the sprite at the start of the playing this game. Right, that one is makes enemy burn, but it doesn't make any difference, to be honest, because when they burning there is not that big damage, and that sprite is for warriors. So if you got 1 or 2 warriors in your team, you will gain the rage quick, but not that quick like sprite for the tanks. Tank one is gaining rage so quicker than warrior one. Probably that one will need 3 turns to gain rage, and tank one need 1. So next one is that warrior. He is for rogue, I believe. I know, for Meg. So he makes bleeding the enemies. So if you got mag and you got some Malice or what's his name, or Saxar, the enemy will be bleeding all the time, and they're gonna make bigger damage because of that. I mean Malice and Saxar, and that one is not the best one, but still making good damage. Alright, next one is that blue sprite. That one is for who? For warriors. So that sprite is very useful as well, and he can bind for 2 turns the enemy, so that's useful when some heroes need to do the unique skill and they need to move on the map, so they basically just losing the turn. And also he is very good against the Thunderon and Dire Master, so Dire Master won't be able to move over the map at all, so you will get chance to beat that team. And that's it about it. So next one we're gonna use that sprite. He giving the armor and resistance for 2 turns when he uses his finish skill, and you need to have in a team tank at maybe 2 to make the this sprite make his finish skill every turn, and so your team will get more armor, and so you will survive longer. In our reality, people got around 2-3 tanks all the time, so they basically using them tanks sprites. Same as with that one, because he giving loads of power for the tanks, and he gaining rage quick as well. But at this moment people using the custodian and other tanks, so he is quite useless and he can't gain rage at all. But against the warriors, them tanks, sprites are very good and they are gaining rage very quick. So also when you're doing the devil tower, you need to see on that corner here which the boss got sprite, and you need to use another one. Basically the green sprite can kick the red one, so earth can beat the fire and fire can beat the air and air can beat the earth. So that's the cycle, and everybody can beat everybody on the cycle way. And also I would like to tell you a tip, because most of people using the sprites at this moment, if you will have a look, they got green one, earth sprite. So I would suggest you to use the blue one. Blue one will beat the green one. So basically blue sprite got a bit, I don't know how to explain, but the enemy with the green one will be a bit weaker. If you will have the green one as well, you don't have more chance, more possibility to beat him. But if you will use the blue one, you will have a little bit more chance to beat the enemy. And same in Devil Tower, you need to use different sprite to beat the boss, because them sprites kind of helping in that way. Right, I got a few more eggs. I will try to use them all and see if I will get the new sprite that I had I didn't have opened. So I don't have this one, so hopefully I will get them. Yeah, I got it. So it's very good thing. For 20 souls, for 20 eggs I got 40 souls for a new sprite. And also I noticed that people using that sprite over here, that one, because he slows down enemy as well. And obviously S-class sprites better than simple sprites. So let's have a look what that one gives. This one is warrior. So if you got warrior, and I know why people using in battles in arena that sprite, just because other enemies got the green one, and because you got Meg or you got the Rogue, they using this one. If you got Bio Santa, is good to use that sprite. And again, as I said, that sprite is slows down Dire Master for 80% and for 2 turns. Let's have a look. Yeah, for 3 turns. So which is very useful as well. So basically what is this one does? Also make blind the enemy, so enemy can be blind. So this one is a kind of useless as well, or useful. So just one sprite making enemy blind. That sprite, which one as well? That one slows them down. That sprite is actually useless because I haven't seen anybody using that sprite in the last, I don't know, year probably. So that sprite make enemy bleeding, and this one as well. That sprite and this one make enemy burn. This one make enemy bind, and them three gives armor and resistance for 2 or 3 turns. So as I said before, you need to know what team you got. If you got at least tank in a team, it's better to use the tank sprites. If you don't have any tank, you got warriors or Meg or Rogue, you need to use them sprites. But most of time I'm using that sprite because enemy got the green one and blue one can beat the earth, so I'm using this one in a battles. Right, so hopefully that's I got so many omnisouls. So hopefully that video was useful and will help you to choose the right sprites in a battle, and hope that tip with to use the different sprite than enemy will help you. So press the like, subscribe my channel, and see you next time.